I think you should keep in mind that there are no politics open mat. Everybody there is just there to train, and there are no affiliates whatsoever. So you should keep that in mind, that you should be respectful of everybody and the mat itself.
So any gym, I think, for open mat, you just, same thing, come in respectful, introduce yourself to everybody. You can also tell them a little bit about yourself if you train, experience, no experience. They'll kind of help you with your training, so they kind of know what to expect. Also come in, they'll probably help with good attitude and more friendly. Mostly everybody would project the same to you also, yeah. We're willing to help you out also.
I think just know that if it's multiple schools coming together, like people from all different schools, and people don't know you, naturally they're gonna wanna try to win. They're gonna wanna try to beat you, especially if it's like similar weight, similar belt. Doesn't mean they have something to prove per se, or they wanna hurt you or anything like that, but the training is usually a little bit harder, right? Unless you have somebody that you know there that's introducing you to everybody and like you're really dictating the pace, you know, and if somebody starts to get aggro or like has something to prove and you're not about that, then just lead the training and back off a little bit. And they're gonna feel you. They're gonna be like, this guy's got nothing to prove. He's like almost letting me pass his guard a little bit. Like sometimes you gotta do that. And then the guys that are like have a chip on their shoulder per se, they're gonna kind of back off. They're gonna be like, oh, I could run through this guy. And then they're gonna mellow out. No, seriously, I've been on both ends of the spectrum. Again, like, I think transparency and being honest is important, like in these conversations, right? Like I've gone to open mats and been like scouting out in the corner of my eye, okay, there's a brown belt over there that's my size or close, you know, okay, nice, that's coming later, you know? Okay, there's a couple of black belts. Black belts don't wanna call each other out usually, you know, like, especially in front of like their student, you know? So you kind of see it all, right? And I've made the mistake of going to people's open mats and training, you know, harder than I probably should, you know? And I've gone to open mats or people have come here and again, I've been on the receiving end where I've gotten smashed, you know? So I just think if you go to an open mat, I think that the cool thing to do is walk up and introduce yourself to everybody in that room. Shake their hand, give them your name. You can, or maybe you don't have to, tell them what school you're from, doesn't make a difference. But most importantly, connect with them. Like break that ice before you start training with everybody. They're gonna feel your energy, you know, and your essence. And I think that's pretty important. And then of course, shake hands with the person, thank them for the training before, thank them for the training after, and you know, always look out for your safety and look out for theirs. You know, like again, it's jiu-jitsu, you don't always have to win. It's all good, right? And then have a great time, make a bunch of new friends, and go on your merry way. Stoked.